Hello, 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 everyone. Don't worry, I knew I was muted. I was muted with a purpose. I was getting all the messages sent out. We are live with the Alias Revolt Master Rally Championship. This is Rally 1 of 4, Tappa 1. We've got a lot to get into, but I think the races are going to be soon. So, without further ado, now I will say, I don't have chat open right now. My chat on my OBS kind of bugged. So if y'all have been chatting, welcome in chatters. We are back on the Revolt United channel with more Revolt action. I'm going to be in the chat in just a second, but for now, be sure to behave and enjoy yourselves. We are headed in shortly. Track 1 is Tappa 1. A little bit of information on the ARC coming up once I get into the chat. I'm coming, chatters. Okay, I'm here. Welcome in, welcome in. It's been a minute, not too long. Already back with some Revolt action. So, some information about the ARC. The ARC is based on sprint tracks, A to B, as a real rally. There's 4 rallies, each one with 4 special stages and 1 power stage. Special stages are the 4 sections that make up the whole track, and of course the power stage is the whole track. The first 3 rallies are Lego tracks with some modification, making sure I can actually read all these to y'all, but I do think I'm fine to be reading this information. Thank you for that subscription, Kippy. Welcome in. Excellent, excellent. Good to have you here with the ARC, the ARM Rally Championship. We've also got different versions of tracks. Rally 1 today is a dirt surface and is the curviest. Now, the racers are going to be beginning here, but one little tidbit of information is that these drivers only just found out what this track is. They've only had 15 minutes to prepare this track in true rally fashion. So I'm going to full screen this here because we do have Pokers joining us on the picture-in-picture. So once I get that, then we will be watching that as well. Now keep in mind the nature of this event. The drivers will all be starting here grouped up. One person will take off, and then there'll be, I believe, a 20 to 30 second pause. So see, Morrow just went. There we go, it's the B. And this gives me just a second to get the picture-in-picture figured out. Okay, we should be looking decently good already. I'm just going to crop it a bit more. We already... Oh, okay, so this way we'll be able to catch the start of one racer and the end of another at the same time simultaneously, which is going to be sick. I'm going to wait until the second rally to get this cropped properly. But you can see on the main screen we've got Egidio. Picture-in-picture is R6, just starting his heat. We saw Paige wreck before the end. We also saw Egidio here wreck before the end. R6 on the picture-in-picture finishing up his heat. Looking pretty clean. Anjo, in the meantime, rough beginnings there. Oh, and that's right, I can take off the scoreboard. Ah, excellent. Oh, Angelo's spinning out right before the end. He could have had what looked like a really great time. We're going to have to pay close attention to the individual racers' times as well. I don't know how we're going to do that. Might be kind of tricky. Power 8 finishing up. Lopesca is the last to begin, and I do believe there's going to be a learning curve here with commentating this event, because it's very unlike other things that I've commentated. So we're going to get into it. But Power 8 looking almost perfect, but spinning out right there at the end. Now keep in mind this is a dirt surface. Oh, and we do still have Vysotsky as well. Lopesca finishing up his race, and it looked like a clean ending there. Vysotsky may be our last left. Oh, tons of air, and he doesn't flip. Doesn't have any landing issues at all. Finishes up. All right, y'all. That picture-in-picture, pretty cool, right? It's a bit different than the usual style, and actually my heart sunk a little bit when I realized the format of the racing. But it is really cool how you get to see the beginning of one and the end of the other at the same time. Okay, let me filter this properly while we're loading, and this is going to be the next section of sorry, getting it all cropped properly. Cool. All right, so the B will be leading us. Upslope to start us off. Big launch, turn, much smaller launch with some banks, a tricky little diagonal with some bumps, some more bumps with some severe turns. Page starting their race. Ooh, tricky turn there. Going to try to want to conserve as much speed as you can up into that big ramp, and the finale with some chicane. Okay, we get to see the B, the 102. Egidio starting while Page continues their race in the picture-in-picture. Page's lap only at 30 right now. So we actually are going to have plenty of room to see people. Page with a 125. Actually, we might have to do some arithmetics here after the races are done, because obviously the race timer is not accounting for it. Egidio almost with a good run. Chicane catching him off guard there at the end. Got Angelo starting. R6 Turbo. R6 is at the chicane. He smooths right on through it. Angelo taking that bank turn a little bit better than some of the other people, but I think we might be able to see an improvement to it still. That chicane slowing down pretty drastically. Power 8 just starting. Ooh, getting some big air right away, having to slow down. So it feels very Trackmania inspired, this section does to me. Power 8 looking good, all things considered. Okay, hits the bank. Another clean. How will he handle the chicane? Okay. Vasoski looked like he got a lot less air. The bump's definitely going to be tricky. Oh, Vasoski's back wheels getting the tail end of the bumps there. How does he handle the chicane? Nice. So we'll now be heading to the third special stage. We've got 4 special stages, and then we've got the full power stage. Now, one note that I would like to add is that each contestant was given tokens, and with these tokens, they can alter the parameters of their car to improve them in some way. They get to choose how to use them, and you can re-spin those tokens once in the entire event, and the event is 4 weeks. So you can do it one time, and the racers get to choose when that is and what they do. So a very important point of notice for this event specifically. And I really like that about the ARM events is how experimental they can be at times, while also trying to stay true to real life themes a lot of the time as well. Special stage 3 looks to be very complex bump wise, trying to catch people off guard at every turn here. The B making his way through the chicane quite well, but looked like he just hit the wall a bit too hard. It did kind of fall apart after the chicane, despite such good execution. Egidio chicane catching people off guard left, right, and center. The bumps definitely not helping them execute on that chicane any better. And with this being such a technical track, it is throwing a lot of people off guard. Now, the seedings were done manually for this week, I do believe, and they were intended based on, I guess, overall reputation for driving, like general placements in ARM events. And so you can see the driving ramps up and up as we go through. But so there are exceptions to that, for sure, without a doubt. On each of these stages, we have seen people overperform. We have seen people underperform as well. This is the early stages here. We're just on rally 1 of 4. We're only on special stage 3. Wrapping up with Lopesca and Vasoski. Vasoski losing some speed thanks to a wall ride. Just momentary, but we can nitpick on anything. Could be that. That time, actually using that slight slowdown to set him up for the chicane pretty well. How are we doing, chat? Yes, Ertsu is just like the IRL rally events, and it does, like I said in the first special stage, it does seem like it's having a bit of a learning curve as far as me giving y'all a good coverage of it. But we are doing pretty well here, learning each step as we go. We're here at the last special stage, and then we will be going to the power stage, and then we'll be done. I do see, okay, R6 Turbo is good. We got some people off the track here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, so I assume we're going to try to get them on the track. Indeed, Kippy. Indeed. Welcome in, Nick. Yeah, this is just a little teaser for the RVC. So I don't know if we're still going to see people. Oh, it's Angelo again. It's Angelo again. And while we're having some technical issues, please take a moment to enjoy the skins. It looks like every single driver has their own personal skin for this event. Oh no, it's Angelo again. He gets out this time though. Wow, okay. Nice. Oh no! Oh man, oh, this is a disaster. Oh no. Whoever worked on this part of the special stage is being fired from the ARM team. The ARM Rally, no repo edition, but with some repos. The ARM Repos Encouraged Rally Championship. So like I was saying, while we are having these technical issues, we can take a moment to enjoy the skins. Now, how do I untether the camera again? It's one of these buttons. I think it is that one. Nice. We can check out these skins a bit. Oh, I love the bee. Love the bee. Oh, it's the bee, and he's got a bee on his. Oh, that is too sick. I'm sorry, that one wins for me. The bee is gonna win for me as far as the car designs go. Okay, I'm assuming the fourth will be the trickiest, and so far it's proving to be so. The chicane right after that tricky turn. This is definitely the most technical part of our stage so far. Oh, and a slight bump even catching off guard. A chicane, of course, to finish us off for that part of the special stage. Oh my! This chicane is a serious problem. Now keep in mind, these racers only had 15 minutes. The password for the download was only revealed to them 15 minutes ago, so they've only had 15 minutes to prepare these tracks. But Egidio, struggling. He is just barely going to make it across that finish line. And a lot of racers are driving right now. So R6 finishing up, honestly, right on his tail. So we're going to be on Angelo and Etnico now. Tricky ending. Okay, Powerade is just beginning his race, executing on that chicane much better than some of the other racers we've seen. But yeah, as there is in real rally racing, that period of reconnaissance, or whatever the hell it's called. Don't clip that. So it's a very important part of rally racing. Powerade really putting that on display. It was like he had memorized the track. He definitely put in some practice time into the special stage 4, most likely identifying it as a problem area. Look at Vasowski's execution as well. Oh my goodness. Vasowski is looking dangerous. Nice. That was clean. Yeah, I think sight reading is such an interesting part of the rally racing. It would be cool if we had teams and we had one person just in the voice call and they were like, left 11. Right? Strong? Yeah, Kippy. Vasowski has been preparing. He's been preparing for this. He hasn't been able to see the tracks. He's just been on the car. He's just been running lab on the car. So we are headed to the power stage. We've had all 4 special stages. This is the power stage where all 4 tracks are put together into one. This is ARC Tappa 1, and we're going to see how everyone does. Their skills will be put to the test. We are going to be starting with the B, as per usual. Page next. Starting on special stage 1, of course. Who can put all the pieces together here? This is the windiest track. It's on a gravel surface, so it's definitely not what these racers are used to if they've been trying to prepare for this event. Finishing up special stage 1 now is the B, headed on. Page has started their heat. Okay. Egidio just beginning. The blind launches are always very dangerous here. It seems like whenever there's a blind launch, it's leading you into danger. You always want to, it trains you to want to slow down before any blind launch. The B just breaching the 60% portion of the track. 40% left to go. Flipping over to Egidio for a moment. Okay. We've also got Angelo just beginning, as well as R6, who's been in it for a while. In the meantime, the picture-in-picture, we've got the B. He should be finishing up his race. Of course, that special stage 4, definitely one that we want to catch. So tricky. So, I'll put Paige on the main screen. Paige hasn't gotten much coverage, being one of those picture-in-picture people. The double bumps, tough to overcome, and yes, that bank into chicane. Paige handling it pretty well though, all things considered. In the meantime, R6 is about 60% way through the track. We'll be tuning back into R6 in just a second once he gets closer to that special stage 4. In the meantime, giving Angelo a little coverage here. Wide through that turn. Okay. Back to R6, who's just now beginning special stage 4. We'll see how he does. Oh my God, R6. That was nasty. We see Angelo making his way through the chicane as well. Power 8 is 40% through the track, so he's got a whole lot left to go. Okay, some early woes. Meanwhile, Angelo, we'll see him through this last 10% here. See, he finishes this up. This has been a killer, not halfway killer for Angelo. He got sent to the hospital. He didn't die, but he got sent to the hospital for sure. Etnico finishing up. Okay. And the only 3 left, Power 8, Lopeska, and Vasowski, those deemed the big dogs headed into this event. We'll see if that stays the same by the time the event is over. See Power 8 He is 90% there on the picture-in-picture. Meanwhile, we've got Lopesca 60% done. Vasovsky steaming through. Just now reached 50%. Look at how he handles that chicane. He got speed going into it, unlike anyone else. Okay, now, Pokers, if I could swap to Lopesca here, and for the special stage 4, let's see how Lopesca does. Ooh, big turnaround. Eesh. And of all the accidents we've seen, that's been one of the more major ones. We'll see if he's able to recover through this last 5%. Oh, he hammerheads it straight through. Oh no, the chicane. Oh no, no. Okay. We got Vasovsky finishing up his portion. Lopesca talking in chat. Okay, last turns up ahead. Oh, okay, not the cleanest, but handles that chicane well. And that should be the conclusion. I do believe we've already got the conclusion here. Sorry about that. Yeah, it probably is a bit low, but I think we're concluded. It is a quick little session, unless we're racing more in the power stage. Let me check out the rules. Okay. Headed to spectator. Oh, we're restarting. Okay, for Egidio. This portion is just for Egidio. I have turned off the picture-in-picture, just so you know. Although, if you want to do like a rear view or like some kind of other camera angle, maybe like a scenic cam, it's not activating. Oh, I like that. Okay, we'll do that. Cool, let me get that up. All right, Egidio making his way through 30%. Ooh. That diagonal jump looking brilliant. Now that bank a little bit wide on the turn. All good though, all good. We're good. Making our way through. Not the best shut up for the chicane. Shut up. Not the best shut up for the chicane. Okay. All right. Egidio has been looking, I'd say he's been looking good compared to his previous showing. It isn't accident free, but he's certainly making a quick work of it, despite some technical errors here and there, some small adjustments he can make here or there. But overall, he is making short work of this. He's already 90% through, way past 90%, and he's probably pretty familiar. Oh, spoke a little too soon. And one more. Okay. All right. Okay, all done for tonight. Now, if we could, oh, it's every 2 weeks. Okay, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. This is going to be an 8-week event. Cool to see. So, a quick little stream for ARC1. It could have been better. It could have been better. And that's on me. We will have it better for the next weeks, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. We're kind of learning the ropes. It was a new format. It was something unique and cool. It is already over, which means for the next stream, I'm gonna have to give you all a longer pre-show so that we have more time. So we have more time for people to get in here in time. Since these are quick. So some stuff to improve for next stream, but overall a great stream. Thank you again to Pokers for the picture-in-picture. Allowed us to be able to see multiple people at once. The results, it seems like not going to quite be ready yet. But thank you for joining. If I had to say predictions, I would have to say C would be one of my main predictions. But also, Powerade seemed to have done a large recovery from the way he looked in Special Stage 1 to the way he looked by the end of during the Power Stage. And we also saw R6, I believe, who was blistering through it. So that was super cool to see. Remember, these drivers only have 15 minutes to prepare these tracks. So it's a very unique event. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Ciao. Arrivederci. Buono fortissimo. I'll stop. I'm done.